Hey Nathan,
Hi,
can I ask you some questions?
absolutely.
All right. Who inspired your interest in foreign policy?
So the attacks on September 11th really shaped my own path to studying foreign policy, and I would say that President George Bush and his reaction to the 9/11 attacks, standing in front of the rubble of the World Trade Center, has left an impression on me and what leadership has been. So I'd say George W. Bush.
What is the title of your essay?
My essay is titled "The Religious Republic: America's Statecraft Under God."
How would you describe the topic of your essay in one word?
Foundational.
What time period is your essay exploring?
The essay explores from the end of the Seven Years' War in 1763 through the achievement of the Union in the Constitution, 1787.
Who is your primary audience?
My audience would be young people who are interested in foreign policy, in the history of American political and religious thought, anyone who wants to rediscover some of the foundational questions of the American experience in terms of Christianity, foreign policy, and the Constitution.
What was your favorite book you read while researching this essay?
My favorite book was a book by Eric Nelson called The Royalist Republic: Monarchy and American Founding. And it was fascinating because the section that most impressed me was how he talked about Thomas Paine's common sense and how Paine resurrected arguments from the English Civil War against monarchy and using Old Testament arguments against monarchy, and how that caused a religious and political fracas about the nature of the presidency.
If you could have dinner with any founding father, who would it be?
I would say John Adams because he's grumpy and brilliant.
What's one piece of advice you have for young professionals looking to succeed in the field of foreign policy?
Master history before Twitter.
How would you describe your essay in 3 emojis?
I would have emoji of a document to be the Constitution. The second emoji would be a crown, and the third emoji would be a cross.
In a few short words, how would you define American exceptionalism?
I define American exceptionalism as the notion that America is special and great because of it being under God and not over others.
If the founding era were a Netflix series, what would it be called?
So Benjamin Franklin said at the end of the Constitutional Convention that the chair that George Washington was sitting on had a carved sun, and he said, I have discovered that the sun is a rising sun and not a setting sun. So I would call the series A Rising Sun.
Tea or coffee while writing?
Coffee. Revolutions need revolutionary fuel.
Which biblical figure would make the best Secretary of State?
Uh, Joseph from the Bible, because he was great with statecraft, great with dreams, great with foreign policy.
What's one book the founders would be reading if they were alive today?
Of the Federalist Papers.
If John Adams were a podcast host, what would the show be called?
Uh, Grumpy and right.
Which founder would have the best memes?
I would say Benjamin Franklin. Uh, you know, great with printing press, great with Poor Richard's Almanac. Yeah.
What founding document would go viral on TikTok?
Tom Paine's Common Sense.
Are you a morning person or a night owl while writing?
Definitely Night Owl.
What would your colonial era job be?
Definitely a propagandist. Yeah, quill with one hand and a jar of cider in the other.
What's one quote you wish more Americans knew?
That one is interesting. I would say it would be a quote from. Ah, shoot. You'll have to cut this part.
It's okay.
uh,
Too many.
yeah, too many to choose from.
If the Constitution had a theme song, what would it be?
It would be. I would say Frank Sinatra's "My Way."
Best dinner conversation topic with the founders?
Did we fulfill your dreams and hopes?
What first sparked your curiosity about the faith behind America's founding?
The the unity in which that people thought and spoke in terms of faith and public order, so different from how we talk and think about it these days.
What's one myth about religion's place in the founding you'd like to challenge?
That all the founders were deists and there was very little religion in the founding.
What is one lesson you hope readers take away from this essay?
I would love for readers to take away from the essay the answer to the riddle of American identity, which is what makes America great.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Nathan.
Absolutely. Fun
Bye.
talking. Bye.